Hi, I'm Paul Nakauchi, and I am the voice of Hanzo in Overwatch. Now, let's see if I can remember some of my iconic lines. My ultimate. Ryuga waga teki wo kuro! Ryuga waga teki wo kuro! Of course I remember that one. It means let the dragons consume you. Simple geometry. Simple geometry. Obviously, ultimate is what line everybody likes the most. And simple geometry was a big line too. Then there was the Cupid line from the Valentines, shot to the heart, and I'm to blame.
Shot to the heart, and I'm to blame.
People like that line a lot. But actually, each day I go stronger, yet the man in the mirror never seems to change. I think that's a great line. Let me see who's on the leaderboard. Anjali's at 8. How about that? Maybe I could beat Gaku. I'm not gonna go for Anjali, that's for sure. Why not fire arrows that explode? Talking to me. I'm going to guess that was Junkrat.
Why not fire arrows that explode?
With enough skill and precision, explosives are unnecessary.
There, of course. I do love Junkrat, and I do love Roadhog, and Winston, and Lucio was some of my favorites. And Zenyatta, of course, the monk that spews all kinds of Zen-like lines. You think you honor your brother Genji with honor, incense, and offerings. Honor resides in one's actions. That's in the cinematic. Yeah. But I don't remember what I say.
You think you honor your brother Genji with incense and offerings? Honor resides in one's actions.
You dare to lecture me about honor? You are not worthy to say his name!
Yeah, okay. I think it was a bit of an inspiration from George Takei. I'd worked with George Takei doing Allegiance, the first incarnation of Allegiance at the Old Globe. But also, I don't know if you're familiar with the actor Randall Duck Kim. I worked with him on Broadway in '96 in The King and I. He was always an inspiration to me. I think he was like one of the only Asian actors to play Hamlet years ago. All who look upon my might will tremble and submit. Wasn't Maltheo? I don't know who it is.
All who look upon my might will tremble and submit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that was a while ago. Yeah, because I did a couple different characters in World of Warcraft. One was kind of like a fun, sort of like absent-minded-y, sort of like older character. And in fact, I just did something recently, I think, for World of Warcraft back in the spring. An older, sort of like English kind of character. So it's always fun to go outside of the box that oftentimes ethnic actors are put in. Hanzo casts his ultimate doing April Fools. What comes next? I don't know. Oh, the num 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 num. Okay. I think I was like, what is this? Num num num. How do you want me to do that? They just said, give us 2 or 3 takes. You just have to go in it and just be spontaneous and do whatever comes to your mind. My mom wants to know if you've kept up with the sword. Who says this? Is that Kitty?
My mom wants to know if you've kept up with the sword.
I swore never to wield a blade again.
I'll tell her you're thinking about picking it back up.
Oh, well, there you go. I got one. Well, Overwatch obviously is probably the one that I enjoyed the most. And then just over the past decade, there's been so many different patches. There's been so many different holidays, Halloween, Christmas, all kinds of stuff that has been really the gift that keeps giving. At the time, I had no idea that what it was. I wasn't really, that familiar with the whole gaming world. And so I had people like texting me, sending me messages about, doing conventions. And I would be like, who is this person? I don't know who, Until I talked to other people, that it's like, oh, these people want you to come and do a convention. As good as I am with a bow, I am better with, not saber. Sword, okay, saber, sword, yeah.
As good as I am with a bow, I promise you, I was better with a sword.
Took a little martial arts, but not enough to be proficient at it, so I just got beat up a lot, so. It's just what I brought to it in terms of my vocal performance. They wanted someone stoic, just took that from my own sort of Japanese background. No one can stop death. Now that's Maltheo.
No one can stop death.
I think it's just luck, I suppose, and then I think they liked me, you know, and they called me back to do other stuff. Real life is not like the stories our father told us. That comes from the cinematic. You will never something.
Real life is not like the stories our father told us. You were a fool for believing it so.
I have one brother, actually. Yeah, he's older. Yes, a sibling rivalry relationship, you know, very similar. Well, you know, it's funny because we never, it's not like we ever did group reads. So we always recorded by ourselves. So the fun part was always seeing it when it, you know, actually came out and you go, oh, wow, this is actually what happened. They would have been fun, especially with this group. I mean, we're all like friends. You have been misled. I did not take your father's life. That was Shadow-san.
You have been misled. I did not take your father's life.
I loved doing Carmen Sandiego. Shadow-san was one of my favorites, and then I did a Star Wars. There was a series on Disney Plus, and they did a whole anthology of from different famous animation studios in Japan. So I did a short story in one of those Star Wars stories. Ocho and Lope. And I played this father character that was passing on sort of the whole Star Wars legend. Where does that put me on the leaderboard? Probably at the very end. Oh, well, that's not bad then. Well, then I feel vindicated. For more like this, watch this video next. A arrow, saber, some sort of weapon. Knife, a spear, a knife, a machete.